middle, and it's hardly gripping on there at all, which is why the whole thing's slipping and running too slowly. So I'll just take that one off, and then we'll take the large one off, which didn't seem as bad, but I'm going to replace them both, of course, in here. So putting the larger belt on the large wheel first, you have to
So what are we
stretch it around
hearing,
there, and
out of
it
curiosity, so that the
goes into
people
a...
who might ever watch this know what that is?
No, I'm stopping.
No, I want to know.
Like it's 20 something. Not what I thought it was.
What is he?
It's
What
I
is he
thought.
unscrewing?
It's a what do we call it? What they call a record burger, and that is basically a portable LP player. For anybody watching this who has no fucking clue, what a fucking LP is. LP is what they used to call a record. Now the problem with that, the reason I don't just call it a record, is because a record can literally be, a record is what they used to call tracks. A record is a record. A record is like an album, and an LP is also considered an album. There's a difference between the LP and the EP. An EP is usually like I'd say a third of the length of an album, where an LP is usually. The fucked up thing is, it really only an LP is usually like 10 or more songs, where an EP is under that usually. Because I have some EPs that have like 7 songs. Like, and that's decent. That's a decent few songs. But depending on the artist you're listening to, 7 songs could be like, 13 minutes. You know?
Mm-hmm.
And in rap and hip hop, the average song is usually about 2 to 3 minutes long. Depending on the artist and what the artist is doing. You stupid freaks.
So what are you doing?
I'm having to grind on dust because I couldn't get past where I was going. Like I couldn't. I was getting my ass kicked and I was unhappy. I was mad. Like
That's
I
fair.
thrown things. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like I still say this is a game that you play, but it's not good. Like the people who made you made a cute little game, and you should have stopped at just making the game. Putting hard mode and other shit in the game for nothing. Because it doesn't really require that. It shouldn't have that. Because there are things in this game that are bad. When you parry, when you do a successful parry, it separates you and your opponent. And unlike in God of War, it's not putting you in a position to be damaged. It just pushes the two of you apart. And in certain cases with certain enemies, it literally knocks them across the map. Like across the damn stage. And you don't benefit from the parry. Is the shitty part. You don't benefit from it. And I don't like that. Like I don't like that at all. Like it has like a few, like the combo system is complete garbage. Because you have like 3 hits and then you bounce away from your enemy. And like where you just completely stop. And like you knock your enemy, and I think that's dumb. You should be able to hit your enemy, stay close to your enemy, and like stay in. You should be able to stay in the action. Any kind of combat system that pushes you away from your target is a bad one. Under any circumstance, there's never a moment when like the fucking combat knocking you away from the thing you're trying to hit makes sense. The only time, especially in games again that aren't like co-op, like aren't competitive, when there's 2 people who, and it needs to be balanced, that doesn't make any sense. There's a reason combo breakers and things relative to that, exist in like 2D side-scroll fighters. But in a side-scroll combat game, a side-scroll hack and slash, for you to actually put me in a position where if I hit my enemy, they get a chance to like run away and like they just fucks up the flow. Especially given that this game has audacity to have a combo trophy. It basically does. You have to freaking you have to find a way to like kind of cheese it, and that's just what it is. So yeah, I don't like this game, and I'm going to like have to spend time this week trying to level up and like grind to fucking get where I need to be with it, because it's really, it's starting to irk me, like, to no end. Like, I played for like 2 hours, and like I just started coming against enemy after enemy that would fucking just you know, kick my shit in. And I also want to point out that this game is bad. You know what I mean? Like, it's bad. Like, Turbo Trackmania is a shitty game, but it's playable. It's like, as long as you're playing it just to race and have fun. But that game is shitty. Like, this is on par with that. Like, to parry in this game, you have to like start hitting your opponent. Like, you have to start hitting them, and then fucking start hitting them, and then goddamn hold the attack button. That's stupid. Like, there's other buttons. Like, there really are. L3 doesn't do anything. Like, you could easily like have L3 be like your consumable or your map or something, or you know, whatever the fuck. Like, because you have dodge left and right with the L2 and R2. I feel like those, and you know, it does the same thing with the right stick. I feel like those buttons could have been freed up to do things that would have, you know, a good game would have. And this game does not have those things. This game is not a good game. I can make a better game than this. Like, I could. Like, I think the majority of people who play any Cypher would be like, well, Cypher will beat them up, would make a better game. Because they understand like what the gamer needs to have, like what needs to be in your arsenal as you play. Like, it's stuff like this. Stuff like this needs to be in your arsenal as you play the game, and the game does not have those things. So in my opinion, the game is definitely play it, finish it, but don't go out of your way to platinum it. You're not gonna raise any eyebrows having platinum this. It's like, it's doable, yeah, but you're not gonna have fun doing it. Like, playing it on casual, you get the experience, you get to go around like doing all the, you experience the game. The game gets to be fun for a small amount of, for, you know, damn near the entire game. It gets to be fun. And the game is glitched in a way that there's this item that is stuck behind the walkable area here. And unlike every other item in the game, they normally would despawn after a while. There's a floating thing just sitting outside the bridge that's clearly something I dropped. You know, but it's like, nah. I can't even really express. I don't like it. Like, I don't play this game because I want to. I play this game because I want the trophies. Like, almost just because I want the trophies. I don't really care about anything else. Like, I just want to add the trophy. I don't want the trophies as a whole. Like, oh, but I want those trophies on my trophy list. But you can see that I just want to fucking push my my PlayStation thing up. And I know that I can do this, so I'm gonna force myself to do it. But you could play many games and play better than this without, you know, really breaking a sweat or without. I'm gonna get some water.
Alright.
I'm upset. And not the good kind of upset where I get something out of it. I'm the kind of upset where I'm just not having fun. And I don't want that. I want to not have fun.
Well, I found the Valkyrie
Like,
in the maze. I'm not fighting it right now, but I found it.
Yeah, I got into the maze last night. I didn't like it.
Man, I didn't
It wasn't
imagine
bad. It just, it feels unnecessary. Like, and you know, it does. It feels like when you find it and you look at what that is, like ask yourself, does the game need this? Like, do you really feel like doing that adds something to your experience? Like, does it not need an extra side area to just go do stuff? But is that necessary? Like the random encounters and all that shit. Like, you can almost guarantee it's random encounters damn near any way you play. But honestly, like, it just doesn't feel like it doesn't feel necessary.
Seriously, be careful with those realm tears. That's fine. Always have to chat.
Yeah, that's where I stand on that. It doesn't serve a purpose. I guess when I say it doesn't serve a purpose, what I mean is like that experience of going into this poison mist area. It doesn't really build the world in a way that matters. Like I feel had you like experienced a place in the game that had something like that? Is that what you meant by the Dark Souls shit?
What do you mean? What do you
Nim
mean?
Nim?
What do you mean?
Nim Nim? What?
What do you mean?
It's like being frenzied.
Well, I mean specifically that you are going into a dungeon, and if you die at any point, you lose all your
Oh,
currency.
your stuff. No, I was just thinking about that explicitly. Like,
Yeah, the frenzy thing,
It's
though,
the-
yeah, that is another Dark Souls thing.
oh.
I mean, I can pretty consistently get like 1,000 mist echoes at this point. The fact that it has the word echoes in it doesn't help with the whole Bloodborne thing. I'm not. Bye. Like, the minute I go into any one of these areas and there's revenants, I just say these chests are forfeit because it's not happening.
So it makes you unhappy.
I mean, it doesn't make me unhappy, it just means I'm not doing it.
Huh? Yeah. I think he's in the military, in the army now, though. Ugh.
There's no reason for me to fight them right now. Because it's the entire reason I'm doing this specific thing. I didn't know the ancient armor was literally like a really shitty set of armor that's probably meant to be early game stuff.
Well, I ain't got it yet, so I couldn't tell you.
You probably do, like, have the ability to make it. You just didn't notice because it's really shitty. You know what? I deserve that. That's fine. That's fair. Like, all of that damage I just took, that was my fault.
Ah. Ooh, that burns. Where I did fight, I have fought the 6 Valkyries that I need to fight. But I will say this. The last Valkyrie I fought in Helheim. I beat it on normal. I didn't like lower the difficulty. I played that on regular difficulty. I just like, because I've beaten several of them now on a normal difficulty, and I just when I hit that wall that stops me from progressing, like it's usually that where I don't accept nonsense. Like if it's optional, and like there's completely nothing to gain from it, no trophies, no in-game rewards. It's just here's a really hard thing to do. I don't mind that being dumb hard. Like, that's whatever, because I don't have to do this. I had less dread fighting the Valkyries than I do a regular Revenant fight. Like, there's no other enemy in the game that I feel is broken. I feel the Revenants are easily the worst enemy in the entire game. The things that burrow in the ground really don't hurt you that bad. They don't poison you or anything. That I can remember.
I literally just walked out and there were revenants, and I walked back up and restarted the dungeon.
More revenants. There was still a dungeon? What?
I restarted the dungeon.
Yeah. And as soon as you walked in, you got revenants?
That was the beginning of that
running?
sentence, yes.
Okay.
This time I walked in and I got the Dark Elves. And I died to a wolf, so I'm just accepting that I died to a wolf.
A wolf killed you?
Yeah.
You pressing charges?
I don't really think I have that option. Just something tells me that sort of thing doesn't work here.
Ah, that burns. Oh, Mark. Burns. I don't like carbonation.
I love carbonation.
It hurts.
It burns
so much.
It's the point of it. You hurt so that you remember that you were once a person.
Shut up. Just stop calling.
Who?
You.
Why?
Because you're dum-dum. And you do dum-dum. I didn't finish it. I didn't think that seems true.
Now who's the dum-dum?
We both are, I guess. Me being dumb doesn't make you less dumb.
You still haven't...
Put it down!
You still
Put down the
haven't
cookie!
You still haven't said exactly what made me the dum-dum.
The words you used.
What words?
They were the words of a man who was possessed by a demon.
Are you saying that demons are dumb? Because I think it's very hurtful to all the demons.
Demons are bad, so they can go eat a dick.
You don't know that.
I know it better than I did last night. It hurts like a bitch that I did last night. Oh, I got a hangnail.
Well, do something about it.
Hanging from my cuticle. Fuck. The crow flies straight. A perfect line on the double bed.
Alright.
Until you die.
Tis but a scratch. There's so many saw blades. I don't like the saw blades.
You want me to sell you a saw blade?
This wolf.
Everything is frustrating me.
So you said.
God, it itches. And it itches. Like an itchy thing that itches my itch.
You know, the funny thing is if you die to an enemy, you can use your resurrection stone to revive yourself, but if you die to a trap, you can't.
That's because you die being stupid, as instead of dying being noble.
You know, that kind of would be like a funny thing to point out, like, it's because you died a stupid death. Like, you went to Helheim instead of going to Valhalla, so you can't be brought back.
To be fair, Mimir said at one point that,
if you don't die a warrior's death, then you go to the Helheim.
Like, flat out, you can't die. He was like, so dying of old age is not noble?
He didn't have a good
Well,
answer
you
for
could.
that, but like he basically said, yeah, that's what it is, yeah, more or less.
And it's funny how Kratos thought that more so than than Mimir. Like, so it is not noble to just live alone and die in the woods, a man with a butt.
So yeah, if he had
Man.
lived his entire life without this conflict happening, he would have went to Helheim.
I will rain down every agony upon you.
Every
Bitch.
agony.
You must be out your mother fucking mind. Kratos is like,
You know, you're not the first person to say these
to
things.
threaten me in this manner. My father tried to kill me, and then the fucking stone whore who was like, I'll help you defeat that fuck, was like, I'll help you. And then she's like, no, Spartan, you're just a pawn. You. So you know what, Freya? I'm really showing a lot of restraint here by not just winding back and punching the front of your head into the back of your head. Because let's be real here, you couldn't do shit if you fucking Wanted to, you witch bitch. How you like that shit, you face fuck?
Alright. Well, right now I have 2,000 mist echoes. I'm really feeling like that's where I should stop. I should make my way back now.
So how many do you need? Like 50,000 for whatever it is you're looking for?
Like, overall, I need a lot. No. I almost ran. Open, thank you. Goodbye. I mean, to be fair, I could just lure the things that I need to kill into traps.
I feel like this should be the only place in the game that breaks the rule of you not being able to open chests while in a fight. Because when I was there, the problem I had, keep in mind, you can just change the difficulty, which don't really seem to help much. Like, you do more damage, which is a positive. But
You know,
still.
you keep bringing up this changing of difficulty thing.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's like.
I know. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to people who are
Oh, okay. Just making sure.
Like, no, you accepted your
Yeah,
hell, and I want you to live through it.
Yeah,
I want
they
you to-
warned me before I started, like, this is your life now. And I said, okay.
Okay. But I will tell you that it doesn't necessarily hold this, like, relieving sense of, oh my gosh, no more of that. No. Like, the Valkyrie still kicked my ass on easy mode. I was just able to kill it faster.
Because
But
I
I still
have
took
I
a
have two chests that require
Oh,
7,500.
so warm.
There's two of those.
Ugh.
This rift needs 10,000 mist echoes and some other item that I don't have. This is 20,000 echoes. And this is 15,000 echoes. So all in all, I'm not happy.
Why not? You didn't get as many as you hoped?
No, I'm just saying I have a lot more to go.
Randy might could.
Nope, I doubt it. What's up, y'all?
No, what's up? Yeah. Did you come in here? Hey! You can't answer yourself while you're in the party chat. What's going on over there?
What you talking about?
I'm making
yeah,
noises.
do it again. Do it again.
What?
Oh, shit. See, the first time, no, I told, before y'all came in here, my shoulder's been killing me. I said, man, somebody come and yank my fucking shit out of my pocket. And Rena walked over here, and I said, don't come over if you can't do it. And she pulled it the first time. I was like, oh, shit, because something pops. And it felt kind of weird. But she couldn't do it again. Like, I don't know what's wrong with my shit, but it's hurt. What up, Phil?
No.
You're doing too much
By my
masturbation.
arm.
Way too much masturbation.
With
Your
my left
masturbation-
arm?
Yeah! Man, I don't know about, if you are righty and you smack it with your left hand, it's an experience.
No, it's fucking a chore.
I'm about to say, it's not nearly as... So I'm not the only one who has that like that. Like, your non-dominant hand just doesn't reach it as easily. I'm like, this is weird. Why is it not just...
One of my
It's
niggas from
not
high
you-
school talking about some, you sit on your hand, give yourself a stranger. And I knew what he was talking about, but he said, if you're a righty, you sit on that right hand and get it with your left. He looked up to the left, he said, who are you?
Jesus.
Oh, what the fuck that nigga doing now, dog?
I'm assuming
Man,
beating is meat.
That was the nigga that was always like, you don't want to start a flaming circle with him. Like, you ain't never finna win. Yeah, he was eating everybody. I was standing there, don't get me, I ain't in it. You in it! Old screen door shirt having it.
Oh, man, I gotta ask, when was the last time you talked to, I found out Tanea's last name.
What
Goddamn
is
it, I
it?
found out her last name. It's so
Gibson.
mundane. It might be motherfucking anything for all we really know. She gave me an answer, but I didn't question the answer. I just took it because I felt like I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm gonna get back. Come here, get them plugged in. Let me get this to y'all first. Had I been like, yo, for real, that's your last name for real? I don't think she would have just been like, yeah. Like she'd have been like, why? You think I would lie to you? Like if you think I would lie, why did you fucking asking? And I would be like, I guess you have a point because I knew asking that question would lead to this torrent of fucking dumbass questions that you was gonna ask me. But it's Brown apparently. The last name is Brown.
Brown?
That sounds so not
Normal. Like, it sounds like a
feels
lie.
like it sounds like she made that the fuck up. Like,
Man,
and I didn't.
Brown.
But the thing is, it was so on the nose. I was like, it's. I believe you because it's not even like a typical last name like Johnson or something. Like it happens to be the last name of somebody I fuck with right now. So I'm like, of course it would be your last name. That's funny. And it's like, it's just it didn't sound good. Like it sounds like she could be lying because it's so. It just sounds weird. Browns. Tanea Maria Brown? Really?
Is her middle name Maria or was it Marie?
It's Maria. That's what it says on fucking Facebook. Like, so I can't. Don't ask me. I don't fucking know. I was like, that's just what it says. She might have just made that shit the fuck up for all I know.
Now that I think about it, my homegirl's middle name is Maria, and saying her whole name, it doesn't really make sense. Her name is Anna Maria Rucker. It sounds better than Tanea Maria Brown, but
Actually, I know an Anna Maria. I do.
yeah,
I know an Anna Maria and an Anne Maria.
that's what's up. But which one is
So
the one
maybe
I
that's
know?
just neither one of them. They both dead now. They spirits floating among. I'm just bullshitting. They're alive. At least I hope they are. I hope I didn't speak some shit into existence. If I did, I mean they won't know it was me. So.
Oh no, don't do weird shit, and then when you get looked at, you look at me like I'm weird. I'm hungry. That's all that is.
You're like hoes. What?
And you making love to them noodles is making me real jealous. That's all that is.
I know that feeling. I know that feeling. When you was holding on to something, like you was like, man, I'm gonna have some of this later.
She was ghetto
somebody-
gagging the noodles, and then looked at me like, "Excuse me, can I help you?" I'm just hungry.
Yeah.
Ain't no wrong. He said,
No,
yeah.
no. Hold on. Does she need to be taught how to eat? What the fuck is going on here?
Nah,
Why
they
she
take her
noodles?
out. No, she was doing the whole like get a long strand of noodle and just let it slide into your mouth.
Oh,
So
no.
what the
Is
fuck?
that-
She was sword swallowing the noodles.
That's a good way
I
to
don't
put
know.
it.
My mom had me to she had me take down wheelchair. Yeah, wheelchair.
Should you take down a wheelchair? How do you take
Yeah,
down a wheelchair?
Take it downstairs. Take it downstairs.
Oh, mom's in a wheelchair now. Got that wheelchairing it up. Doing wheelchair tricks with her wheelchair friends.
Yeah, I heard it, but what are you talking about? I don't get it. I don't fucking know. Maybe she's talking about going back to Debbie's afterwards. I don't question my mama no more. Like, I just let her do what she gonna do. Steph, are you streaming?
Yeah.
He is currently.
Why can I not see it?
Because are you subscribed?
I mean,
It's probably going
yeah.
offline.
I mean, like, it says that he's streaming. It doesn't say what he's streaming, which I feel is so bizarre. Like, I guess that's a matter of like, well, this could be a privacy issue.
Are you streaming on
But
Twitch?
even-
No,
no, YouTube.
Oh, that's why. Oh,
I'm about to say-
sorry.
Oh no, you guys don't love me. I hate this game. I don't hate this game, but I hate this game.
I think you hate this game.
Like, I guess I'm not a fan of games that require you to grind. But I like certain games that require you to grind. I just feel like when a developer makes a game... A developer that makes a grindy game, I don't think every developer knows how to make a grindy game.
I'm laughing because I imagine this big old black fat cat with your face and your hair just having a hard time getting on this fence that he as you're talking.
What?
You straddling the fence with this shit, and as you get to talking about it, I imagine this cat with your face on this wooden fence is having the hardest time balancing himself on it.
There's some weird imagery for
Are you on drugs?
I should be.
Because I just want to point out, I see it completely. Like the conversation is going as it's, you know, it's what I'm saying. But for whatever reason, the cat is trying to like sit on top of the fence.
It's
He just can't get up there.
straddling the fence, like he can't stay up there. Cause you'll say what you say. I get what you're saying. You're in between, and I feel it. But I mean, that's what straddling the fence is, definitely.
Yeah. It's like I feel like developers who do shit like this don't know. They really don't know how to grinding. Making a game that's grindy is not necessarily easy. Like I'll say that, like it's not. Like making a game that like requires you to grind in certain parts. When I say, okay, what I meant is making the grind fun isn't necessarily easy. Because
I think game
like
designers, they bring in the people who like crunching those numbers. Because the games, for game designers that don't make grindy games, and they do make one, I have seen different names in the credits, like some Sonic games. But then again, that's Sonic. Because they might need extra help when it comes to making that shit.
And it's like I really think they need to understand, like, okay, how, because ultimately you have like a leveling system. And if you have a leveling system, then clearly there's a point in which you need to have been able to get to a certain point by a certain stage. And when it comes to grinding, you have to. There's a point in which the grinding stops being fun, unless you're just a crazy person who doesn't mind the monotony of, you know, just watching numbers go up. Because this is the same reason I don't really watch a lot of movies. It's because the idea of sitting there and watching a movie for like 8 years like drives me. I don't wanna. I really, really don't. I just don't really. It's really the only way I can describe that. And when it comes to video games, doing that it's in the same vein. Like, I don't want to have to, I want to just get the game over with. Like, I want to enjoy the time, like, even if it's a short game, I'll enjoy my time spent, like, playing the game, but I don't want to spend, like, 8 years trying to, like, get through this game.
Right.
Because a game you might enjoy when it drags on too long, or it wants you to do like unnecessary shit, like that'll take the fun out of it. And I feel like that's the wrong way to go when it comes to a game, like it comes to anything, like something you enjoy. Like let's say you like driving, so you're like, all right, cool, I'm gonna become a professional. Like I'm gonna start driving for a living. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna drive for a living. But then what ends up happening is, you know, it becomes work. What is that noise? There's some electronic feedback. What sounds like electromagnetic feedback?
Hope it's not my shit.
It could. It could be these headphones officially deciding that they just don't want to anymore.
Do you hear it, Fifth?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so I'm not crazy.
Hold on.
Oh my gosh, I'm not crazy. I can't believe it, I'm not crazy. For the first time in my life.
I hope it's not my shit, cause man.
I'm not. It's not that bad. I just can hear it. At least I don't know if I don't think it's that bad.
Oh wait, can you hear it now?
No.
What the fuck? It's
Is it your speaker?
no. Hold on.
Cause my phone does that. Like Fifth heard it. If I leave my phone on top of my stereo. Yeah, if I leave my phone on top of my stereo, like it'll periodically make this really weird like feedback noise. Which
Is it back?
Not really, no.
least I'm
No.
not
Like it's
getting
very.
it.
Yeah, like
I thought it might have been my controller's plugged into a wall outlet.
No. Those work. It'll work. I mean, that's how I charge mine at night.
Mm-hmm.
Cause that's how I usually charge it when I'm.
Yeah, I
when
use
I'm
my
hanging
phone
out.
cord.
Because that's how much we play video games, which is disgusting and sad. We play video games. to this point.
sad.
Like, if you think about it, that's kind of gross. Like, you're playing video games so much you don't even have time to let the controller charge. Wow, that's disgusting. You know, bitch, that used to not have to. That used to not be a factor because the fucking controller plugged into the goddamn. Bitch, judging me on what I do. It was like, at least I ain't out there in the streets with my coochie all out and everybody just. You motherfucker, judging me and my non-disease spreading habits. I don't know who this woman is, but she has clearly made me mad.
What was that shit? You just reminded me of fucking Mushu off of Mulan. He said something with the word habits in it. Or he said girly habits or some shit. Yeah, girly habits. This is that whole fucking bath scene was so fucked up to me because I really want to know what would have happened, like on some real life shit, if they found out. Like if they was in the bath. It was like, what's all this?
You mean a bunch of shoulders? We ain't seen a woman in forever.
Oh,
I'm about to say she's getting. You know what? I just want y'all to know that in most cases, I guarantee you, there is a porno out there that is that movie.
Because
Like-
man,
And she's getting fucked. It's a bukkake porno. Know that. It's a bukkake porno. She's pretending to be a dude and like, oh yeah, I'm just taking baths with all the normal guys. Wash my nuts. And like she drops the soap and like she bends over and the dude sees just straight pussy and he's like, well, I'm gonna go ahead and rape a bitch. That's just how that's going down. It's rape now.
Pig's got a pussy.
God damn it. I'm sure these things aren't
It
supposed to
was
be
way
funny.
better than you wanted it to be. Was the problem?
oh shit.
That's great.
You and yo, girly habits.
Well, that made people remember that Eddie Murphy was actually in that movie. That's Eddie
Man,
Murphy.
I had a
That's Edward
kid
Murphington.
at my school that tried to lie to me about some remember House and Mouse, remember that shit?
Yeah, yeah.
They tried to sit
That
there and
was the
lie.
shit. Man,
It
that was
was.
that. Oh.
It was, but he sat there and tried to lie and say that Donkey and Mushu met on an episode of that. And I'm like,
No, the fuck they didn't.
right.
Donkey from Shrek?
I said, why would they put Donkey on that? I said, was Shrek there? He was like, yeah. I'm like, okay.
Okay, that's
said,
not how
whatever.
that works.
It's
Like,
not.
I was like, I'm tripping. Like, Donkey is from a DreamWorks movie.
Yeah.
That's not
We talking
Disney
about-
or
we talking about
Pixar.
kids. So you know, every
Oh,
kid every now and then wants to sit there and
I
tell lies.
let me tell you something right quick. I'm gonna tell you this, and I mean this. One, I forgot how old we were.
Mm-hmm.
Two, I forgot how old Shrek is.
Because Shrek is
That
old.
bad. That is an old fucking movie. You have like if you really sit there and think about it, they've been milking the Shrek franchise for well over 15 years.
I think the reason Shrek doesn't seem that old because it's still relevant somehow.
It's super relevant because it's
Because
meme
of the
worthy.
internet.
Yeah, it's been memed to know. Not only that, but Shrek and fucking Smash Mouth have been memed to the end of time. Like, to be
Right.
completely fair. I was like, I went on a fucking. The YouTube effect got me one day, and I found myself listening. The entire Shrek movie. The entire Shrek movie played. And it was like every time, like I think somebody says ogre.
I've seen one where
Yeah,
every time he takes a step, it gets faster or some shit.
Yeah, like it speeds up by 5%. And I think in the one I watched, it was like every time Shrek says ogre, or somebody says ogre, it speeds up by 5%. And just know that by a certain point in the movie, it sped up so fast that the sound was gone. And like the entire hour and a half long movie was like condensed down to like 6 minutes. And this was in 2017, I think. I'm almost positive it was 2017. And Shrek is again like 15 years old. Shrek came out back when DVDs were still a thing. I mean, DVDs are a thing
like
now.
they're not a thing now. They
People
not
don't
though.
necessarily
I
use
see way more
DVDs.
Blu-rays.
And here's the thing. Blu-rays used to be real expensive. Like everything had to like switch. Like LPs were out, and then 8-tracks. 8-tracks were probably more expensive. After 8-tracks, you just had regular cassettes. The regular cassette was a little bit more expensive. Then when the CDs came out, you know, the tapes would like drop in price. These were dummy expensive, which logically doesn't make any sense because a cassette tape takes more to produce than an audio CD because there's actual stuff in the cassette tape. And there's moving parts, screws, all that. Fucking CD is just plastic and a data layer. You know, from CDs, and CDs are still the thing. But MP3s, oddly enough, are still cheaper. Like a digital version of an album actually costs about the same amount as like a physical copy, which is dumb as fuck. I still think a digital copy of something should not cost as much as a physical copy. Blu-rays, because I remember at one point I wanted to buy The Nightmare Before Christmas. That's the name of it. On Blu-ray. I think they wanted like $50 for it on Amazon. It was like ungodly expensive. And I was like, this movie ain't even that good. I mean, it's a good movie and I like it. But it ain't $50 good. Not for a movie that came out when I was in 4th grade. Nigga, yeah.
Have you heard about that game that the first Devil May Cry game was pretty much a Nightmare Before Christmas game?
Yes.
Man, that shit had me howling. I was hurt.
And if I'm not mistaken, it was actually supposed to be the sequel to Oogie's Revenge. If I'm not mistaken.
They wanted to work on another Resident Evil. It was like Devil May Cry is the birth of like, it's the baby of two different ideas.
Yeah, because like Resident Evil 4 became Devil May Cry.
No. Resident Evil 2.
Was it 2? I could have sworn. Are you sure?
It was 2.
Because Devil May Cry
they're trying to make something completely different.
No, but that was the thing. I think they like started with something else, and then they switched to what 4 became.
Yeah, they did, but it wasn't Devil May Cry though. What is it? Biohazard 4 was a completely different game.
I'm about to say, what the fuck is Bio?
It's the Japanese word for
yeah,
like
I realized. I was like,
yeah.
Why do I sound so stupid all of a sudden? Anyway.
But nah, yeah, that's pretty much what Resident Evil 4. It was like, from what I heard, I thought they were gonna be like spirit enemies, like ghosts and shit.
I think they just meant the mechanics of the game. Like the mechanics of the game.
No, because I remember seeing a picture. Let me see if I can Google some shit.
Google it. Mark, I'm glad I sent you that video so you understand that reference now. It's a pornographic video. Does that count as porn? If a girl is sitting there dancing naked, is that porn or is that just?
If it's a video, yeah.
That's
if it's a video, yeah. Truth be told, anything that can make anybody squirt is porn.
Really? I could have swore porn was only. Okay, well you gotta. I guess that would be considered softcore porn.
That's why YouTube was going through that YouTube, and they won that. YouTube was going through some child pornography lawsuit, and they won. Yeah, because they got these little fucking videos of these little girls doing gymnastics, and the creeps of the world beat off to it.
That wasn't their fault.
Of course not.
Yeah, I
but
remember that. That was just the motherfuckers who put it up there. Like, this is child pornography. Alright, first off, they are fully dressed. Like,
man, it was bad. When I seen it, I was like, no!
I just want to point out, like,
it.
yeah, but the parents were the motherfuckers putting it up. It was
Nah,
like five.
not
it was
all
like,
the times.
well, it
Most
was,
of them
but
are just the girls doing it themselves.
I'm about to say, because it was like 5 girls, and like they were just like, and I feel like they were smart enough to know that there were perverts who would watch that stuff and do the wrong thing with it.
We talking about little kids. You need to like.
Yeah, I know. I know
don't
the
tell you to
channel.
Google the shit.
No, I know the channel. I've seen videos on it.
No, what I'm saying, it's not a channel. There's plenty of videos by other channels.
There
It's
was a
thing.
channel dedicated. There was a channel. Okay, what I'm talking about, there was a specific channel that uploaded only videos like this. Now, some of the videos did kind of cross the boundary between children just being, you know, just them being very acrobatic to something a little less wholesome, and it got real weird real fast. I think Philip DeFranco covered it, because I think it was like just before ElsaGate. And yeah, it was like, yeah, they would, they would do gymnastic shit, but in like 1 or 2 episodes, they were like having sleepovers. And it got weirder from there, because this is clearly something I took out. I did not allow to remain resident in my mind. And then my headphones. Oh, this is where the whore is at? I'm just saying, you're right. But you can't call something child porn just because, first off, if it doesn't come off as pornographic, and you call it pornographic, the average person is gonna wonder, what have you been looking at?
I mean,
That makes you immediately think this is porn.
But not even like, not even that. They got little girls that are like 8 making twerk videos because they understand. They understand the internet better than their parents do. So they got like little kids making twerk videos and shit. It's bad, bro. Like,
well, I'm about to say, nigga, that's, the black community is extremely bad at, like,
and the Hispanic community. Like,
yeah, because I've seen that damn video of them, that little Hispanic birthday party where they was doing what them kids was doing. They was fucking on the dance floor.
what?
You ain't never seen this video? I mean, clearly, if you have, say no, because I don't want you to be on the government list somewhere. It's a very short video, and it's like these like 7 or 8 year olds, and they dirty dancing like you know, at the party or whatever. Like, I'm talking about like grinding and humping on each other, and then at one point there's like a grown woman steps in and she gets into 3-point stands and she's popping up with one of the kids, and he's slapping his slappable with it.
Awful.
It was the type of shit, like, again, this shit happens in urban communities more so, like out in the suburbs. You ain't gonna see, you know, Becky, you know, and Becky and Warren or Ward or whatever the fuck. Becky and her weird ass little 7-year-old princess is out there. It ain't the porn, is what I'm getting at here. You see pornos, it's like the white women, it's like, oh, I'm like in my 40s and I'm getting older and my daughter is 17 and we're both gonna fuck this guy because her boyfriend's hot and I wanna fuck it. Like,
okay.
it got sinister out of nowhere. She was so
It got real aggressive.
Alright, it's not like that in reality. I ain't saying that there ain't women out there who ain't fucking their daughter's boyfriend and or husband. I'm just saying, in the black community, when they had the 40 dick challenge, my butt, that's cold. When the 40 dick / 40 pussy challenge came out, there were videos of people having their very young, I do mean very young, like children doing these doing the same doing the challenges, like like making up little raps and stuff. And let's be real, like a 7-year-old talking about what he do for the pussy. Like in the black community, it's hilarious. It's genuinely disgusting. Like it's something that you should, you know. But most of the people who post this shit and the people who support it, their parents ain't what the fuck know how, so they really don't know no better.
Oh fuck!
He broke all of it.
Yo!
The whole thing broke.
Yeah, I'm finna get up out this party chat.
What happened?
Nah, I've been fucking around, been getting my ass kicked and taken. I'm trying to fight this dude, and I'm thinking to myself, I might need to focus. And I just dropped my controller on an open game, and I pray to God it works again. Like when I was like open, it was like Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, you playing on disc?
Well,
Was that a
yeah.
Player 5 disc?
Well, I bought it for someone, jerk.
And they ain't want it?
No, it's Rena's game. But
Oh, she don't know how to play it?
yes, she
She don't know
do.
how to play it.
She beat Bird by Three.
She need to play, she need to start streaming. You need to get Rain to go ahead and get a YouTube account and start streaming to YouTube.
She want to stream with YouTube, but she can't. She got to do it on her system, and yeah, because on my system it's all connected through my YouTube. She can't stream on her. Yeah.
Well, you can. You just have to every time she wanted to. She got to sign you out. And sign herself in.
She said, "Ain't like y'all can watch." She said, "Ain't like y'all gonna watch her."
That ain't the point. Don't nobody watch me when I stream, and I know ain't nobody watching this right now. We don't do it for the views. We do it for the future.
For the love. All right, I'll do that.
Because like, all right. Because here's there's those out there. We know ain't nobody watching right now. But here's the thing. Let's just say in the future. In the future, what if somebody does like find us? I just think it'd be kind of cool if there's like this big ass like
Library.
yeah. Like this massive fucking this massive library of like of videos that somebody can look back on. And I mean, this is hours on top of hours of fucking video here. It's hours, man. Hours of video content. Not all of it's good, but every episode of video by anybody isn't always good.
I just ate a burger.
The whole thing in one bite?
Well, not the whole burger. I'm getting to where I can consistently get like around 5,000 to 10,000 each run.
I mean, I sent you that video on how to get a lot.
Yeah.
A run.
I mean, I still can't do that consistently because I can't kill everything. Like, depending on what I get in my
I didn't
run.
watch that video. I didn't. But I assume, because the thing is, when it comes down to this, I need to help the people who like thought that this would be something people would want to do. Like, just understand that playing it, they just want to get through that. They want to do it. They want to complete it because it does end is the problem. Like, you put an end state there, so the people who play that aren't going to be playing it for fun. Like they're gonna play it until they beat it, and then once they beat it, they're probably not gonna go back in there and do that again. Like the average person didn't beat God of War or purchase God of War, you know, at the very least, to do that stage, like to do that section of the game. Like one, there's no way we knew it, we couldn't have known it was there, but no one bought the game to play that. So it's not gonna be this thing where people are like, oh yeah, I only really play this part because this is my favorite part. I don't even do anything else. Once I unlock this, I never went back. It's my favorite. Like those people probably need to be committed because they probably, you know, inject heroin into their eyeballs or something. So I wouldn't necessarily like focus too heavily on what they think.
I mean, the only thing I'll give this is that it's neat that you have a place where enemies can constantly spawn. Like for you to just keep fighting and try out different tactics if you wanted to.
But I still feel like that's what the other place is for. That's also, you know.
But the mist hasn't really been an issue anymore once I got the armor. It's really just, I have to not die. Like, I'll admit the last few runs have been pretty okay because all I've been getting are Draugrs. But I know that that's just down to luck.
That's that orange Jiminy Cricket. He seems like Mr. Meeseeks that I'm fighting in dust.
Like they look like him or they act like him?
They look like him, like they're just like these big length. There's these like tall, like lengthy blue things.
I love that when I'm in these other areas, like, I'm using this to my advantage because they can't reach me here. But Atreus won't shoot at them because I'm in an area where he's not allowed to go because the game doesn't want you to see Atreus get crushed and not die.
Dog, hush. There's no time for your nonsense.
There's nothing there.
Bunny.
You're being stupid. Yeah. You're dumb.
But she is harsh to that dog sometimes. I don't even like dogs. The way y'all talk to that dog sometimes, I'd be like, that dog is just pack its bags and be like, you know what, fuck y'all.
I mean, if it had other options, then by all means.
You don't get to make that call.
No, shut up.
It ain't your dog as a whole.
I don't
Like,
know.
it's technically her dog. But you don't get to say like, oh, you fuck go. Oh fuck yeah, you can leave. You can leave right now. I won't miss you. Like it's not your call to make, which I'm gonna just enjoy the idea of you sitting there talking to the dog like that. Just for a few moments. Just Mark being macho and mean to his dog. So the dog is like, I don't have to take this shit. You know, I don't fucking care. Get out. There's the fucking door. You can leave. I'll open it. You want me to open it? There's it's open. Go. Who's gonna love you? Who's gonna feed you and clothe you? I feel like that is something like the most fucked up shit to say to somebody who's trying to leave you. Like, who's gonna love you? Like, who's gonna love you? Who's gonna take care of you? Nobody wants you.
That's an
No one
abusive
likes
relationship you're describing. I like it enough.
Yeah, you need to leave. That dog actually doesn't need to go at that point. Because I think like the only reason people say that is because they don't want you to leave, because they don't want to look vulnerable.
Because they have the safety of knowing, like, if even with the option, you won't.
Yeah, that's.
You see my brother again? Just tell him to keep his fiddlers off my axe.
We might have made a really sad story just now.
I mean, for some people, that's not a story. That's their reality.
Those blades are fit for God.
Exact. That is so fucking cool.
Come back anytime.
Like it's dead. It's fucking die. Gosh.
I mean, I don't really have a choice. I have to go forward because I don't have enough money to get a resurrection stone. You know how terrible that feels? To be in a situation where I don't have enough money to get a resurrection stone.
Not yet, but I can imagine it's enough to make you go, what is my life? What does it become? You have turned into Alan Rickman, calling his own voicemail just to remind himself
That he was
that
Alan
he has
Rickman.
things. Huh?
To remind himself that he's Alan Rickman.
Is that what he did? Is that what he was? I think that is what he was doing. I don't know what the fuck this game wants out of me. What? Fuck even.
It wants you to hurt. It wants you to hurt a lot.
It's just a dumb game. It's bad. I don't like it. Like I can do this. I mean, by all means, I could probably put an entire box of thumbtacks. I could probably put an entire box of thumbtacks in my butt. But do I want to do it? No, I don't.
You enjoy that?
That was loud. I was what the fuck is that?
The sound of my soul breaking.
And your soul is not break. Even if it was going to do it, just I don't want to do it anymore. Like this ain't fun.
I will admit the armor I'm getting, like, from this place is really good.
That's all well and good, but that doesn't really help me in this situation I'm in. Because I need to be able to, like, play better next week. So I can't even God of War. I can't even. I can't even God of War.
Well, according to Aaron, you shouldn't want to God of War.
Aaron's a dum-dum who's dumb when he does. They've played so many shitty games since they've played that, since he said that. Between when he played God of War and since he said that on fucking Super, whatever the fuck they were playing. I'm really just not, I don't take his, like, opinion seriously. I can't. Because he's willingly played some of the shittiest games. Because the thing is, like, he's not playing, even if you only play the game once, you played it, like, to make an episode, as opposed to picking a game that you know you can get through. Because people don't come there all the time for gameplay. A lot of times people come to y'all channel just to listen to y'all talk. Like, and it would be better, he can do what the fuck he wants to, and he's clearly going to continue to do what he wants to. I don't give a shit. But what I'm saying is, if he was to play something like he knows how to play, or something that he's sure he can get through, you know what I mean? And then him and Dan just talk. It'd be better. Like, him spazzing out and raging is funny, kinda, sorta, but...
I mean, because it's not like, just because there's a lot of story, that you couldn't make funnies at God of War. I mean, there's plenty of, you know, commentary you can make about the things that these people are doing.
That's not even the problem. Like, he's not... They don't do that. No, when there's plot, they just... He's not playing it because his content is story heavy. Like, he's not. He just doesn't like God of War. He doesn't like the way the game plays. He doesn't feel like the game is engaging. Like, games with, like dumbass, fucking, stupid-ass, bullshit, time-waster games, he finds those more engaging than God of War. His opinion is mute. It's completely moot. Like, his opinion on, like, what makes a good game is fucking moot now. Like, him saying God of War is boring makes sequelitis completely a waste of time. Like, there's no one, like, having heard you say that, I don't, like, sequelitis is now just entertainment. Like, don't take his opinion seriously because he clearly does, he's only saying what he likes, as opposed to knowing what makes a game good. Like, flat out. Because, truth be told, I fucking hate Super Mario Sunshine because it's a shitty game. Like, the mechanics of the game aren't fun. Like, it doesn't, like, when you play it, for me, I don't be like, I need more! Like, I don't get that feeling. Like, I didn't get that from Super Mario, I don't like Super Mario 3D games. This is a lie, because I really like Super Mario Galaxy. And I haven't beaten it, but I did like it. And the sad thing is, like, it was so easy, kind of, that I found myself I didn't finish it, because, like, I was at the end of the game. Like, I had enough, like, stars to, like, go to Bowser and beat Bowser. But I kept wanting to try to get, like, all the stars, and I realized now, at this very moment, I don't care that much. Because the only thing that gets me is, like, I could play as Luigi. And I'm not playing through the game a second time. Like, I really feel like there should be times when there's a halfway point reward. Like, if you're gonna introduce a new character I can play as, to give him to me at the end of the game after I've done all the stuff I don't want him. Like, I'm not doing this again. Like, I don't understand how I don't understand people who feel that. Like Pokemon, like, first off, you don't play this Pokemon. Like Super Meat Boy, like, you didn't want to play Super Meat Boy all over again? It's like, if you do, you love that character, you don't need it. You don't need that extra character to play that. Like, I'm not playing Super Meat Boy. By no means an item for Super Meat Boy, because I just don't hate myself enough for that. Like, and I've watched somebody go through it. Like, I've seen somebody go through it and not get hit. like each stage. Get all the band-aids and all that shit. Like I've seen people who love Super Meat Boy play Super Meat Boy, and it's like, all right, this is a memory and reflexes. No, I don't have. I don't want to play a game that many times to learn how to do something. Which is why I like the Valkyries were few, because it is muscle memory. A lot of it is remembering how attack patterns work and what they're about to do. And I did like use them on Valkyrie, like for Valhalla. Yeah, and like that, I thought that was like probably the cheapest part of that whole fight, because no matter how much I dodged, it felt like she wouldn't stop. She hit, and like one time, like she actually stopped talking. She actually stopped saying for Valhalla, so I stopped, and then she stomped on top of me. I was an upset person. I was an upset man. I'm trying to finish this, and I feel like I'm so good. I guess what I should be doing is the side quest to get the experience points, as opposed to just grinding. But I don't want to do. Like I would actually probably. I don't know how much XP you get for the side quest. Like if they'll make a dent in like your levels. I don't know. But I just know that I don't want to do it.
You certainly spent enough time here.
I finally had enough for a resurrection stone.
Why are you out of money?
I was upgrading the ultimate armor.
The ultimate armor.
I mean, by that I mean it has the biggest numbers, so.
Is there something else?
Is there something specific I have to do to get these other materials? That is not a good sign of a start. I'm not buddies. I'm just leaving. I'm not staying here because you're not worth it. And I'm not gonna have that be what this run is. I'm not fighting you over and over and over.
What?
It was the Dark Elves.
You really do not like me.
I know. It says I need anchors of fog.
I ain't got no shit on your motherfucking corpse, bitch. I don't give a fuck. You're a stupid bitch.
I currently have 22,500 mists echoes. And I've already opened all the chests. Mist echoes.
So, what do they want you to do exactly for that trophy?
You have to loot everything in the workshop.
In one run?
No, like, you just keep getting more and more every run until you get enough echoes to open everything.
Oh. Okay. I thought that's what they meant, like, open every chest in the thing.
Well, it's not just the chest, it's also the rift things. Because I've already opened all the chests.
So is the Valkyrie out in the fog too?
Yeah. And there's no fast travel to it. You have to actually go into the fog, find your way to it, and kill it before the fog kills you or before you die.
Fine. Easy mode. I really just don't have the like that just sounds dumb. Like I would prefer I would prefer like to go back into a down the fucking elevator.
I'm not fighting you guys, like just accept it. Like I'm not. Like I realized I was spoiled by the Draugrs, but I'm not. Because it felt good that I was actually just running through and killing the joggers. I guess I have no choice. It's not just Dark Elves, by the way, it's also the Tassel Worms. Like the guys who burrow.
The worm gives it away.
I'm not.
So you running past them or just what?
I'm leaving the maze and going back in to see if it resets. Because it does reset the actual traps as far as I can tell. Yeah, there we go, with joggers. That's what I'd like to see.
So there's no way to reset that mist stuff, right?
What do you mean? Once you're in there, no. Not until you leave.
Which makes no sense in my opinion, because I found a place where I wasn't in it, and it didn't start to go back up. I was like, that's
So
like,
yeah,
that's my take on it.
like when you open chests, it goes back up. That's about it.
It would be nice if Hills got it up too. At the very least,
You're inside of a pillow or something.
If kills like restored it a little bit too, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
To at least incentivize the fight.
At the very least, like, even if you wanted to, like, eliminate all kills, just execution kills, like...
Yeah.
I got new headphones today.
That's good for you.
They're the same headphones as I have, just, like, white and black.
What kind of headphones are they?
ONN? I don't know what the fuck that is.
On?
On them?
No, it's just on. Yeah, that's a generic,
Yeah, they're generic.
Oh. Yeah, because you had it on. Yeah, there's a really nice speaker set I plan to get from them from my bedroom. I'll probably get two.
But mind you,
I want to, like...
that pair of headphones lasted me longer than any other pair of headphones I've ever had. And by that I mean, like, usually they last me a month, and these lasted me a year.
What are you doing to your headphones to make them last a month?
I don't know. Using them?
I usually get about, I'd say somewhere between 4 and 6 months out of a solid pair of earbuds. Usually iFrogs. And I'm still not playing because I just don't want to. Because I'm not making any progress. Like, it's so many, there's so few save rooms between here. I guess that's what I'm going to have to do. Like, clear out one, like, just go back and forth between the few save rooms that I do have and just grind that. Because that's all I can think to do right now. It's like, I just cannot go forward. Because there are no save rooms.
Short of doing the side quest, that probably is the best idea.
Because the place I'm in now, I'm sure like gives a little bit more experience than the other places because the enemies are stronger. But I don't know for sure.
You'd have to
Without
probably
getting,
look at
like,
your experience before killing an enemy and then look at it after.
Well, no, they tell you how much experience they
Oh.
give when they die. But the thing is, I'm across the room right now and I can't see the TV screen that well. Because it's a very small graphic on a very large TV
Well, I've
screen.
completed the labor for killing Draugrs now. I will say I've not seen Wolvers in this yet. Revenants, to be sure, but not Wolvers.
We've just spoken into existence.
I'd rather fight a Wolver than a Revenant. Mind you, I don't hate Revenants as much as you do, but I just still don't like them.
I don't like Revenants because they break the game. Like, I feel like the Revenants and the worms should not be in that thing. Because they prolong the fight. Like, that's all they do. They just fucking prolong the fight. The things that burrow, like, that's just not fair. There's no way for me to pull them out of the ground. I have to simply wait. And they don't just pop back up from where they were. They move, and they don't always, like, move toward me. So that's just really just unfair. Like, it is. In all circumstances, that's unfair. Like, that's just completely random and luck-based, whether or not I pull it out, like, you know. Because I realize now, like, there's no way that you could get, there's no way you could guide someone through that part of the game. Because it's random every single fucking time.
Yeah. The Valkyrie that's in this thing, I don't know how tough it is. Mind you, we've only killed one Valkyrie, so... Its health is blue, if that means anything.
It's not purple. Have I seen blue health yet? I might not have. I think that might be higher than purple. I really don't know.
She seems relatively easy. I'm just fighting really shitty. I'll admit, like, she has a lot of the same attack patterns as Gunnar did. She's just...
Yeah, for the most part, they all have, like, very similar attacks.
I was just gonna try to fight her because I was here, but it didn't work out very well. My health wasn't very high to begin with.
Are you eating another burger?
No.
What was that noise? What was that noise? It was paper. And plastic. And a little bit of wood. Are you eating dry turkey?
No.
Because that could be like eating wood.
Be careful with those realm tears.
What is this place?
You are standing at the entrance to Ivaldi's workshop, a testament to the ingenuity of dwarven engineering.
Why does it smell so bad?
It's quite foul, isn't it? Well, that's a long story, but quite simply, Ivaldi messed with forces he shouldn't have, and you're breathing the consequences. I'm feeling creative today. Nothing to your liking, I see?
Honestly, just using Trace's attack to Atreus' attack to make them stunned while I attack them is the best thing.
I'm just angry. Like, I'm just mad. So, there's no getting around it. I am pissed. I am upset and annoyed. These are not feelings I enjoy.
Yeah, I'd say not.
I found out that there's a hidden cutscene in the game. In God of War.
Hey, guess what I'm fighting?
A hidden cutscene?
No, I said fighting. If
I
you
don't
can
know.
if you can fight a hidden cutscene, I'd like to know how.
You can... I don't know. What are you fighting? A wolver?
Yeah, they are wolvers. I'm fighting a bunch of wolvers.
I told you. No, there weren't. You spoke them into existence. When you said that, the cosmos rearranged itself to have had those developed into that aspect. I told you spoke that into existence. I did. You put your own foot in your ass.
I'm guessing that when you have to fight them, you're gonna blame me for it now.
I ain't gonna say I gotta fight them. Then again, I don't necessarily mind fighting the wolvers. It's the revenants I'm not looking forward to.
Again, I just skip the revenants. I just walk past them.
I keep forgetting that, yeah, that's optional.
I mean, you don't get the chests, but you also don't have to fight the revenants, and I feel like that's a good trade.
I also think it's kind of shitty that like you have to trade the mist stuff for the mist echoes, because the bigger chests are clearly harder to open. They take longer to open.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to stand in it longer to get the chest open. And it does totally like counting down.
The funny thing to me is that all the armor requires mist echoes to be upgraded, which means you're going to be grinding more mist echoes just to get the better armor. Okay, I'm not seeing the third bow thing. Oh.
Now you see it.
I don't think it's the best that these things reset, given that you're already dying slowly.
So it resets, but the Valkyrie is in the same place each time, right?
I mean, more or less, like, you just have to take the same sort of path to where it is.
Because like the traps and stuff are the same, right?
I mean, the traps aren't the same, no. Like, that's the thing that changes, like, the layout of the traps. But you know, like, you basically know you have to go left and go straight a couple times, and then go right, and then go left. That's the path that I take to get to where that is. Like, I've went that way like 3 times, and that's always led me to where that is.
Yeah, this is kind of like when a rapper I like starts rapping about things that I don't like, and it's different from what they used to do. Like, this is bad. I'm not a fan of that. I look at it like, I like this game series for a reason. But then when this game series wants to start putting new shit into it, I don't, if you have a fan base, stick to the fan base. Don't try to, like, appease different fan bases. Stick to your fans, love the people who love you, fuck everybody else. If a Dark Souls player is like, I don't like God of War, then fuck them. They don't need to play God of War. Don't try to make your game appeal more to people who don't play it, because there's a trade to that. You have a fan base. There are people who will play you no matter what, and then you have people who only play you because you don't feel like a game that they don't like. And you shift more toward appeasing a different set of people. You're leaving certain people behind because they see where you're going and they don't want to go that way. So they're gonna just stop altogether. They're just not gonna be friends. They're not gonna fuck with you. Don't fucking do it! You don't do it! Fine! Stop! 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 Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Fucking quit!
Supposedly the realm text contains some kind of terrible secret Ivaldi wanted hidden. But who knows, really? Dwarves are strange. And yes, I realize I'm a dwarf.
Just not happy about it all. Ugh. I guess like that explains like how I ultimately feel about this game. About God of War. It lost its identity and started to try to be something else. And it really just tried to it started to resemble games I already don't care for. So I thought I wasn't gonna like this. Even though it had that name on it, I still wasn't gonna care for it. It was just too resemble again. I like The Last of Us, but The Last of Us worked because for the most part you didn't fight anything that flew and you were shooting most of the time, so it was kind of easier to accept. But as a whole, I still don't think that I need a third-person action fucking Last of Us. Like, I'm surprised there were no stealth sections. To be fair, there kind of was. There was at least one point in that game where I did just walk around something that I didn't have to fight because I really didn't want to fight it, and I just like quietly walked around it. I guess you can call that stealthy. I still had I ran in there. But I got no boy.
Would you have been happier if Kratos carried his blades on his hips, and like they actively like attached to something? Would that have felt better?
If they kind of dangled, I suppose.
Yeah, like they kind of like they like he attaches like there's like let's say in this game they accepted that there's something that attaches to the blades that are on his wrist. There's no that are on his arm, and then he can detach the blades from the and like the things that attaches to the chain is on his waistband, is on around his waist, and he can like he hangs them there when he pulls up here. As opposed to like the axe has something that it actively, you know, hangs on. Like it actually is attached to something. But the blades just kind of do that whole, eh. Not like it would have mattered, because you got to keep in mind that he's carrying around those Valkyrie helmets in his invisible pouch.
Yeah.
I guess people don't think about that all the way through, because he's got like Link's bomb bag, and he can just carry an infinite amount of things, regardless of their mass or size. Like, hi, my name is Jeff, and I like to kill people with my butt. Hit people's heads with my ass and then I fuck it. I'm just the butt killer. Just the main killer. Okay, yeah, these enemies do give a little bit more. I guess I could just technically run right here. So not only do they like spawn infinitely, they give about 80 XP per kill. That's decent.
Another Valkyrie.
You're a Nico. All the places.
Yeah, this is what I'm gonna be doing.
I just happened upon the Valkyrie again without trying.
Yeah, because look at those guys over here. These things are
Nah. Please hurry up. I mean, the chests also give you a decent amount of money for what it's worth. That's all you had to say. That's all you had to say. If you're wondering what it was that like he had to say, it was the words that it's a revenant. Because after knowing that, that's when I know I don't need to fight.
yeah, this is my places that like they do low damage. Yeah, I know what you feel. Where I would be for the rest of my life. This is what I'm doing. You got food, a little hot dog. Or are they neither because it's not in my inventory? Yay.
Where the fuck do I get an anchor of fog? That's my question. Because I'm honestly starting to get enough of these echoes that I have what I need to open these things.
Yeah, they only have yeah, as a whole, they give it like
I'm gonna split the stream here and I'll be back.